Some games let you decide whether to deal with the fools that get in your way with lethal force or the other kind. And in some games, this freedom to choose means you can go the entire game without sending anyone to meet their maker, because you're some kind of bloody-minded Batman-style pacifist hero, or maybe you're just after the achievement points. Either way, consider these games you could complete without killing anybody, but beware of spoilers for the following games.
In Deus Ex Human Revolution, it was almost possible to go without killing anyone, but those pesky bosses weren't going down without a fight. A fight that mostly involved my flimsy, stealthy Adam hiding behind a box and firing bombs out of his spine. That changed in the sequel, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, in which you could finish the game without sending a single corpse to the future morgue, in spite of Adam Jensen being a walking Swiss Army knife of very lethal experimental weaponry.
What am I looking at? Experimental fucking test dogs, man. Hidden inside your body.
You're telling me I got more implants than I thought I did?
More than your body can handle.
This is a guy with high-tech augmentations to maximize his deadliness with weapons, who can fire nanoblades out of his wrists, and who has robot arms that can punch through walls, and he's not using any of those things. I mean, good on you for taking the high road, Adam, but this stuff all costs money, man. I bet there are some very disappointed researchers over at Sarif HQ right now. This non-lethal restraint even extends to the final boss of the game, Viktor Marchenko, an Illuminati mole responsible for dozens of terror attacks. Him you can just anticlimactically punch in the face and then wander off, leaving him unsecured on the floor.
McCready, it's over.
Is it? Adam, go and check, you stupid idiot. Fine, I can talk to Adam Jensen like this, because what's he gonna do? Oh, what's that, Adam, you pacifist hippie? A tranquilizer dart? Yeah, I'm really scared. I'll see you in a minute.
Picking up squad cars moving in on you. You ain't got much time.
Daredevil delivery girl Faith loves heights, running, and lycra activity wear. Meanwhile, she's not fond of being oppressed by corrupt authorities, symmetrical haircuts, or guns.
SWAT swarming on you, Faith. Find a way out of there. Get out of there, Faith.
So Faith doesn't carry a gun as standard, and not just because doing parkour with a minigun strapped to her back would be a right pain. You can nick a gun by doing a ninja disarm on an armed baddie waving his boomstick at you, and you can then give them a taste of their own bullety medicine. But you can alternatively take the moral high ground by chucking the gun and beating them unconscious. In fact, if we assume none of these hapless disarmed goons die of their broken bones, head trauma or embarrassment, you can finish all of Mirror's Edge without making orphans of any goon offspring. The only way this could be cooler is if Faith knew how to do that thing where you disarm someone, you take their gun and disassemble it so it falls to pieces in your hands and then they can't shoot you with it anymore. Like this. Honestly, I did it one time. I'll get it in a minute.
The Rutherford family vault. That opal is as good as mine.
There's a reason the Thief series is called Thief. It's because technically your ambition is to thieve things.
Another medallion. Wonder if anyone will pay more for a matched set.
It's not called Shooter or Stabber because the canonical Garrett would much rather be thieving things than shivving people. It's possible to complete the third Thief game, for instance, without offing a single enemy or even knocking them unconscious, if you're sufficiently adept at being light on your feet, staying out of sight, and cleverly deploying your trick arrows to misdirect your opponents. Stealth? Cowardice, I call it. So yeah, if you've got the inclination and patience, you can work your way to the end credits without ever having bashed a baddie with your trusty blackjack. It's like, why do I even own a blackjack?
Why do you own a blackjack?
I have trouble sleeping sometimes.
In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state.
Dishonored is a graphically violent game, not helped by the fact that the guards in Dunwall go to pieces faster than me at the end of Toy Story 3.
Someone get over here!
I barely touched him. If you do manage to avoid accidentally brushing anyone's head off while you're choking them unconscious though, you can finish the whole game without killing anyone at all, even your supposed assassination targets. Now, I know what you're thinking. Assassination targets? Surely the whole point of assassinating someone is that they're dead. You don't see Ezio Auditore sneaking into a corrupt cardinal's house and making them a cup of tea. He stabs them, and then they have a chat in a loading screen. Well, worry not that you're being soft by sparing your targets, because though Corvo can choose to not kill them, it always turns out that the alternate fates you can arrange for them are much worse than a swift and simple death. These include being branded, thrown out of your religious order and contracting the rat plague, having your head shaved, your tongue cut out and being put to work in your own silver mines, being delivered unconscious to your creepy stalker who promises you'll never be seen again, and more. Things continue in this vein in the recent Dishonored 2, in which Emily clearly takes after her dad Corvo. Right from the off, your non-lethal alternatives to murdering targets include imprisoning someone forever in a room only Emily has the key to, and painfully zapping all the memories out of someone's head.
No! You don't know what you're doing!
But at least he's not dead, so clean hands over here.
Look, I don't want any trouble. Just point the way out of town, and I'll keep right on going.
Now, who said anything about trouble? Just trying to be helpful, son.
Some of the people on this list you would call die-hard pacifists, because they find it hard to make people die. But even they would surely agree that when you're being attacked by zombie prisoners, weeping bats and claw-handed monster women, you're justified in smashing them with a pipe until they resemble pate. Not so Murphy Pendleton, the protagonist of Silent Hill Downpour, who, if he wants to get the game's best ending, needs to not kill any monsters or smash a defenseless woman to death with a cinder block at the end when he is the boogeyman for story reasons. Okay, that's less of a challenge. Yikes. I use the term best ending loosely here, as this ending still involves someone being shivved in the neck in prison, but when the other endings include attempted suicide, execution by lethal injection, and Pyramid Head ruining a perfectly good cake, you gotta take what you can get. Damn it, Pyramid Head, that cake looked delicious! I'd kill you if I wasn't trying to get the best ending.
Police, on your knees! Not again, damn it. Don't shoot.
But you ran out of donut shops or something?
Usually what you call the non-lethal option, I call the much harder and more boring option that takes 10 times as long and nobody's blood comes out. In 2005 tactical shooter SWAT 4, however, doing minimal murder isn't just part of your job, it's the approach that lets you shoot suspects with a high-velocity beanbag. Because you're a professional swatter, you're expected to follow proper procedure and use appropriate force to incapacitate enemies where you can, such as hitting them in the beanbag with a beanbag.
Así always jodiendo.
If you love your job, you never have to work a day in your life. And to get the perfect score in SWAT 4, you have to subdue and take every suspect alive with your less lethal weapons, such as the taser, the aforementioned beanbag shotgun, and a paintball gun loaded with pepper spray balls.
Here.
See, this is what makes SWAT 4 arguably Ken Levine's best game. If only you could have zip-cuffed Comstock and beanbagged him into submission, we'd all be a lot happier. Also, fire pepper spray balls out of your hands. Oh no, pepper, so spicy!
Opened it. Now, no one is saying it's going to be easy completing Fallout 3 without killing anything. After all, this is a long game set in a violent wasteland where everything except your dog wants you dead. And even dog meat. You know, if you died, he'd be chowing down on your ruffle before you even got cold. I've seen you looking at this. Dog meat, don't act all cute. Got my eye on you. But you're here to reclaim the wasteland for civilization, probably, and as Gandhi once said, it is my conviction that nothing enduring can be built on violence. Right on. So, if you're going to restore lasting peace to the murderous wastes, you're going to need to sweet talk everyone who is open to persuasion into not fighting you, and run away from every fight involving everyone else, and not shoot anyone in the face with a miniature nuclear warhead.
Just aim and shoot. You'll be fine.
Alright, your perfect record for ultimate non-violence is tarnished by how you do have to kill a radroach in the tutorial at the start of the game, but this doesn't count because 1, it's a tutorial, and 2, it's a radroach. And those things are gross, even Gandhi would let that one slide. Ugh.
Good work. That's one less radroach to deal with. Let's get a picture together. Capture the moment.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
In Metal Gear Solid 3, the choice is always yours whether to murderize someone or just hit them with a non-lethal gizmo, as it definitely doesn't say in the Old Testament, thou shalt or shalt not kill. Shall you? Shalt you not? That's between you and Naked Snake, and the achievement called Peace Walker that you get for completing the game without killing anyone. If you're after this achievement, then the boss fights are still fights, but if you have the skill and courage to stay alive and play silly buggers with the boss for long enough, you can defeat them with a so-called stamina kill, depleting their stamina until they presumably go FFS and pass out from exhaustion. I'm a hero, and no one had to die! I'll still get the medal though, right?
Undertale is set in a world in which humans and monsters used to live side by side until a great war forced the monsters underground. You, playing as a human, fall into the monsters world, where you solve puzzles, hang around with skeletons, and fight monsters that jump you as you walk around. You can kill them if you want, but as noted philosopher Patrick Swayze said in the treatise on the nature of violence called Roadhouse, nobody ever wins a fight. So if you'd prefer, you can talk to them, try and understand them, make friends with them, even flirt with them. Yeah, still got it. Most players consider Undertale's true ending to be the pacifist one, where you and the bosses you've spared, who have now become your friends, team up to take down Flowey, a talking flower who looks cute, but is in fact evil incarnate. It's a weird game, alright? If you've not played Undertale, you're probably thinking, okay, yeah, you can go through this kid's RPG without killing anyone, but really, how dark and murdery was a game like that going to get anyway?
Alright, those are the games you could play without killing anyone, if that's your whole bag. Although I should say, I do not condone any of this non-lethal nonsense. I mean, like, it's called Deadly Shadows, not regular shadows. But anyway, you should... They're the ones that don't kill you, right? Regular shadows? If you'd like to watch more of these sort of videos, you could watch a video from us up here. We've got a list of lovely sort of list feature type things, a bit like this, but on different topics. And down here, we have videos from our new second channel, Outside Extra. So watch those and nobody has to die.